I love fishing. It doesn't matter what species, but there is one fish that stands out above all others: marlin. They are a spectacular fish when they launch out of the water with uninhibited raw power.
Get the run, get the run.
Woo! Oh, yeah, man. How good is that?
It's an adrenaline rush that excites anglers like no other.
Here we go. Come on. Here we go. You got to get a shot. Oh!
Any day you catch a marlin is a good day. Catch a couple, it's awesome. But every now and then you get a day where the fishing is simply out of this world.
Double hookup. Yeah!
But they never give up without a fight.
Woohoo! That's the one we wanted.
Small price to pay.
Today is one of those days when you hit the mother lode that all anglers dream about. And it's mayhem like you've never seen before.
How good is that?
Fishing is my life. It's in my DNA. From above the water and below the surface. It's who I am. Join me as I travel the world in search of the most insane fishing experiences on the planet.
You got it.
Oh, yeah!
Big fish right there, Al.
Yeah, baby! The storms are going up around.
Look at the size of it.
Come on. Oh! How good is that?
I'm Al McGlushan, and this is Fishing with Mates.
Woohoo!
I've packed the Mitzi, and I'm racing down the coast for a hot marlin bite at Jarvis Bay. Just a few hours from Sydney, JB is one of my favourite fishing grounds for striped and black marlin. Better still, I'm doing it with my good mates, Auds and Rush. Little did we know what the day ahead would bring, which is good considering that Rush was meant to be working at the Complete Angler for the day.
The bite was going to be red hot. It was that good and I was that excited that, mate, I rang the boys at home and said, I'm not coming to work for the next few days.
I've fished with Al now for probably just over 10 years. Had some pretty amazing times and pretty amazing experiences over those 10 years, that's for sure. We had the famous Mako incident with marlin getting eaten by the Mako. Oh, those photos were just insane. Straight out of National Geographic.
Today, it's all about getting the photos. Now, it normally is for me, but today it's really special. We've got to get photos of a black marlin. You know, we want them underwater, we want them beside the boat, just a nice profile shot. Sounds easy, but when you actually get out in the water, it's a whole new game. First up, still rough. So we've had a couple of really rough days, which sets the fish off. You know, it's good because no one's out there. They start building up on the bait. So that's a good thing. But it was a rough ride out. We get out there and it's glamour. How good is the weather changes from rugged ads, grey and black. It's still a bit black in there. As soon as you get out to sea, it's about as good as it can get. Righty, Ads, the plan is today, catch black marlin. I jump in and get awesome underwater photos. Oh, and maybe find a bait ball while we're at it with striped marlin on it, just in case.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, easy, mate, trust me, it's just gonna happen. Live baiting is all about being on the bait. So you use live baits, so you use 9/0 circle hooks, fluorocarbon leader, you know, 150, 200 pounds, somewhere in that sort of range. And what you do is you have a long rigger, a short rigger, so one bait's right back, one bait short, and then you have another one on a sinker. So when you mark the fish on the Faruna, on the sounder, you can drop the bait down to them. Because the trick is, if you drop it on their nose, it's like a bowl of peanuts on the table. If they're at the other end, you won't eat them. If they're right there, you'll eat them. So drop it on his nose. And then you slow troll, just in and out of gear, round the bait. And the whole time, you're watching the sounder. Yes, you can look around you, but it's more important to see what's going on down below. Then when you get a bite, you just push the drag up slowly, because that circle will roll up and lock in the corner. Get the gear ready, and I'm ready to go. You can fight it, I'll film it. How's that for a deal?
You're jumping in?
Freaking oath, I'm going down, straight down.
Perfect.
Come on, get me a fish. Rush goes, yep, market a fish. How good's that, market a fish? That's the way we were talking about it. Front, free spool, got him on.
Getting a run, getting a run.
Oh, yeah, man. How good is that? Marked him. Now, the question is, what have we got? Oh, it's a black! Woo! And he comes out of the water and jumps like beside the boat. We're like, black marlin. How good is this?
A little black marlin here. I reckon it's about a 60-kilo fish. Nice, slow down a little bit.
Everything's going to plan. Yeah, Auds is on. This fish is jumping. We've got a black marlin. We've been fishing for 3 minutes. Keep going, Rush. There he is. Woo-hoo! Auds is on the right. He's winding. Fish like black marlin jump everywhere. You know, he's jumping like this. He's jumping like that. He's going crazy. So excited, I'm getting my clothes off. I am going in. So I got the camera gear. Now there's one problem. When you rush things, things just don't quite go to plan.
Al's jumped in the water, fish is boat side, lined up the perfect shot for him. I did what I had to do. So at the moment I can't really do much, unfortunately. Al's in the water, so the boat's in neutral, obviously, so we don't run over Al.
Auds has done the job. It's sitting there perfectly.
Fish is under the boat at the moment, but he's just on a big circle, I believe. This fish is behaving as well as you expect the fish to behave, so we're pretty happy about this at the moment.
I swam round to it. Everything's looking good. I hadn't set my camera up. All my exposure was wrong. So I had to get back in the boat. Meanwhile, Auds is still fighting the fish. Reset everything with wet hands. Jump back in the water when they've got it at the boat. Then I start setting it up and we got the shot.
We want to swim him, so get him nice and healthy before we let him go. Go, let him go. Yep. Whew. Stage.
People don't realise how hard it is to get the shot. You know, you caught the fish, we're saying, get a black, bang. He marks one, we're on. And then I stuffed up every shot. It wouldn't expose, every time he kept rolling, because the water's so blue, he kept blowing out with his beautiful silver belly. I'm like, oh, so frustrating.
That's a good one. There's a reflection on the surface.
Yeah, and you got the reflection of the fish upside down almost.
That's a nice shot, that one. Just breaking the dorsal, breaking the surface there.
And he has that open mouth chin, he's looking at you going, what are you doing? Oh, that's good with you looking at it.
That was a cool shot.
All right, we're getting closer. So at least we got a couple of shots out of it. I was a bit worried in the water. It didn't look half as good as I thought it was. So all we need now is another one. I'll just get the settings right. If we've caught a black marlin in the first 5 minutes of fishing, we're going to be fine. He's going. Coming up, the marlin go off, but it's not what we had planned. Oh,
Small price to pay.
now this ended up happening. We are fishing Jarvis Bay and already we have tallied one marlin. So expectations are high.
We sort of nudged down south a little bit further, probably a couple of miles further south from where we were fishing.
All right, Auds, the challenge is our mate. You rig a skip bait, I'll rig a skip bait, and we'll see who gets eaten.
I know that's a real fair challenge, Al.
That is a perfectly rigged skippy. Guaranteed. Look at him, he's scared of it already. He's turning around. Look at that, mate.
Side jaw's been bigger than mine. And mine took me half the time to rig up.
All right, let's put these two puppies out, find some new bait, and I'll catch the biggest one on the biggest bait. The winner is go. We weren't fine. The next hour, we didn't see a fish. The hour after that, we didn't see a fish. We're just sitting there waiting and nothing's happening. The sun's out, so we're ready for shooting now. Come on, we need a bite. You know, I'm starting to fret a little bit going, these fish are meant to bite.
It all looked so promising. Plenty of bait, the bait was stacking up.
Then everything changed. Geez, with that bait, it's almost worth pulling up and straight back to Limeys. So you look at your Furuno the whole time and you're looking for those pinnacles of bait. The higher the bait, the more fish you'll catch. The bait came up and up and up, almost to the surface, and then bucked the fish. So you see the fish on the sounder, saw this big red arch, bang, there's a marlin, dropped the bait down. So I've dropped it down and it's just stopped. You know what? The sinker should keep going. There's only one reason it stops. we got a bite. He's going.
At the same time too, the surface bait and the rigger's gone off, so we're on a double.
Double hookup, yeah!
Oh, yeah, man. How good is that?
Al's on, I'm on, Ads is over there going, what just happened?
Keep communicating here.
Rightio, riggers up. Okay, gaining slow. With double hookups, it's pandemonium, but the most adrenaline-pounding pandemonium you could ever have.
No, we're going. I can't see the line.
Gaining. He's out towards that other boat there.
Al had the wine one in. It's been a while, probably since he's done that.
I don't know how this ended up happening.
Al's on the spin rod. You've got to always look after the spin rod first because they've only got like 300, 400 metres of braid on them where you've got a kilometre on your game outfit.
I tried to hand the rod over, don't want to grab it. He's on the left right there. I'm meant to be doing photos. Hey, underneath you, underneath. Right hand down, come round on him. Right hand down, right hand go. Oh. Right hand down, go. Right hand down, chase him.
Al was on the spin rod, and catching marlin on spin, it always seems like a good idea, but it always hurts.
Oh my God. This body's built for taking photos, not for working on fish. Left hand, left. Quick. All right, the leader's right there. And we're getting this fish up. I wound up, I got the leader up. Here we go, come on. Here we go, gotta get a shot. Oh! Go, grab it. Grab. Get below the swivel. He's gone. And then he's just hanging on. Go. Got him, woohoo!
Yelling at me, what are you doing? Grab the bloody leader.
Serious? Of course the fish is gone. This is all in 5 minutes. It's going off. I'm like, no, don't let go. Man, this hurts. This is why marlin are the fight of your life. I love taking photos of them. I don't like catching them. There you go. Grab below that leader, below, that's it. Oh, yeah, baby. This time we've got it up. He's got a wrap. And normally you just take a wrap, hold, snap, gone. No, the fish rolls over and swims straight to the boat.
Coming out now, it's coming out. Good, Al.
Woohoo! Oh, look at that beautiful fish. Unhook it, it swims off perfect. And then we turn around, Russia's sit in the back of the boat going, when you guys are ready, we'll go and get my fish. Oh, he got you.
Small price to pay.
Oh, wait, you're still on.
I'm going to go and get another fish.
The thing with a double hookup, it's really hard because you don't know which fish to chase. Ads, of course, picked mine, and we got him up quick. And poor old Ads, I'm yelling at him going, grab it, get a wrap. But because I'm putting so much pressure, he can't bend the line to get a wrap on the line. And all I was thinking about is that it would end up hurting me, so I'm like, oh no. Left hand a bit more.
Prepared, he's just here in front jumping there.
So the fish is coming up boat side. I'm like, Al, fish is coming up, leader's up.
Ads way too quick on the wheel. It's got the fish to the boat.
And he's taken half a little wrap on it, not really properly.
I'm holding it, it's slipping. I'm like, oh. Oh, sorry, mate.
It's all good. Grab the leader.
And he's almost ripping his finger off again. He's freaked out. He doesn't have any fingers left to rip off. He's cut so many off.
Cut the end off that one, cut the top off that one. I'm like, I'm gonna do it again.
That was nuts. That was well done.
I give Ads a hard time about leadering. At least he did it properly. It was full Gumby material. It was like leadering with a wet sock. Absolutely embarrassing. But you know what? It's another fish.
Yelling, sorry about that before, Al.
Oh, that's all right, mate. I did a worse job than you did, so that was terrible on the leader. So we've gone from 1 to 3. The only problem is there's striped marlin. We want a black marlin. I need photos of black marlin. Coming up, the bite just gets hotter and hotter for one of our most memorable marlin days ever. We are on the New South Wales south coast and have already tallied 3 marlin before lunch.
It's lunchtime, so we said, OK, we'll make some rolls. So let's put the gear back in, put the liveys back in, then we'll make some wraps.
No time for lunch. Another double.
Can you believe it? There's Ads on and then I'm on the other one. And we looked at Al and said, you're on the wheel.
Just keep going this way for you. There he is. Woo! No friggin' way.
How good's that? Watching that line and that angle on the fish, sticks his head out of the water or gets up and starts jumping is always pretty exciting.
We're now our second double, but I'm like, where's my black marlin? Oh, well, this is marlin fishing. This is awesome.
There we go. Right here, look.
Oh, he's right there.
Over, go left forward.
I've fished all these years. I spend so much time marlin fishing. Catching a double is pretty special. No, it's absolutely amazing. But to get a double and then back it up 5 minutes later with another double, that's pretty bloody awesome. Here we go. See if you can lift in on it. Woo! Everyone on board, to catch a marlin, it's not just the angler, it's everyone. Everyone plays a massive role. You know, you've got skipper who's using the boat to chase the fish, and we'll throw the boat around, you know, scooting back and forth, left and right, chasing it down to keep up close. Then you've got the deckhand or the guy who's going to lead her, so he's going to trace the fish when it comes up. Of course, you've got the bloke winding the reel. That's the easy part. But you want to get it up fast because you want to look after these fish as well. So everyone's got to communicate.
You got him?
Yep. How good is that?
You want to stay on top of these fish.
Go faster, faster. Coming down on him.
They'll come up, they'll carry on the surface, they'll jump around. The longer you give them, the next you know, they're going to go down deep and sit down there. And a fight that could have been 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes has turned into a 2-hour, 3-hour fight.
Lines up, straight down that line.
Here we go, coming up.
Double number 2.
Pretty happy to have 2 successful doubles back to back. I haven't done that before. That's a beautiful fish.
That is the first time ever since I've been game fishing, and that's a long time, that I've seen 2 successful doubles where we've got both fish on both double hookups.
So we're on a high. This is it. So yeah, you know what? I've given up on black marlin now. The striped marlin are going bananas. This is a day to remember, but I've still got to get in the water. So Auds has got to fish up the boat. I'm in. Start doing these photos, and it ended up being, you know when you just crack it? Beautiful shots holding the fish, just lovely profile shot of this beautiful big striped marlin. So I still get the shot. Maybe not quite the right species, but you know what? You can never complain about a day that is that insane. Look at that one.
Oh, sick.
How good is that?
That's mad, isn't it?
Take me back to the bait.
Let's do it.
Let's go back and do it
Back
again.
to the bait, straight to the bait. 1 fish is a good day. 2 fish is okay. 3 is awesome. 4 is beyond that. 5 is unreal. We're already at 5. We race straight back up, put the baits down, bang, bang. And it's another double. Now, Rush wants to get one on spin gear. Surely he should have learned from my pain before. Nah, he's on it.
We were talking about it, and I said if there's an opportunity, I really wanted to get one of these guys on spin. All right, man.
He's got the Stella, he's cranking like mad. We're racing after it. Auds is down the back, sitting and watching his fish going that way. Leave him to his thing. We'll go and get Rush's fish.
I'm winding my heart out. I don't know if I could have wound any more. There he is there.
And luckily, his fish comes up.
Just that split second he had to get that wrap on the fish,
We've got him.
and he got it.
Done.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, baby! My reel's starting to look a little bit scary now. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get spooled. I'm going to get spooled. He's like, no, there's heaps on there, there's heaps on there.
Oh, I think I can see mono at the bottom. That's a spool that's gone from that to that. Almost a kilometre a line. We've only been fighting for 10 minutes. That fish is just hightailing towards New Zealand. The next thing you know, other boats are hooked up. So now you've got to work with other boats so you don't cut each other's fish off. So we're on the radio telling some of the other boats to move.
Hey, Al, get on the radio, just let that white boat. We're back about 900 metres.
When the crowds come in, it suddenly becomes less skill and more luck.
The boat behind us was already hooked up, and the boat to our west was hooked up.
Auds starts gaining a bit of line, gaining a bit of line. Coming up, this is our 3rd double, and we need to get Auds' fish. But it's a kilometre away, and the odds are stacked against us. We're having one of the best days ever. But now, the other boats are moving in, and Auds has his work cut out for him. All looking good. Then he's gaining a lot of line. Busted it. Been cut off. Another boat's driven over it and cut the main line. You can't blame the other boat for this because we don't actually know who it was because it was so far away, and they don't know.
That would have been the third double a day. I was disappointed. We were on the radio calling other boats away, but it's hard for a boat that's a kilometre away to understand that your fish is in front of them there, so fair enough, these things happen.
But it didn't matter. We got back to the bait and we hooked up again. And it just didn't stop. Nick, the cameraman, we turned round, he's run out of cards. You don't run out of cards marlin fishing.
We've gone back to the bait, we're on another fish. And we all sort of looked at each other, I was like, I'm not winding it in. Rush's like, turned to Nick, I said, Nick, the cameraman, you want this? He goes, mate, I'd love this.
Jumping in front of us there.
So we've got the cameraman and fish. He's done a great job and we've caught that one as well.
When you get a day where you're catching fish that we're starting to lose count, like we couldn't even remember by mid-afternoon how many fish we actually caught.
Any day you catch a marlin's a good day, so you're stoked. Any day you catch more than 3 marlins, an incredible day. Something you dream of, something I've been hanging for, so I'm stoked. It was pretty special.
That day is probably one of the best days I've ever fished in my life, and I've done a lot of game fishing over the years. It was just so good, and mate, I'll take that one to the grave. It is up there with the best day I've ever had.
I'll remember this day for the rest of my life where we went out and hooked 4 doubles in one day. Striped marlin everywhere, maybe lacking a bit on the blacks, but at the end of the day, what a magic day to go fishing with your mates.